Water and sanitation are environmental issues to their very core, and together constitute one of the top drivers of development in any nation. Poor water and sanitation provision can affect entire communities. One person's bad sanitation is another's contaminated food or water. Where these deficiencies are severe, there are likely to be a range of serious public health hazards.
If you want to go wash, now what are you going to use? If you want to cook soup, now what are you going to use? If your child they grow, now what are him going to use?
There's a lot of relationship between water, sanitation, and environment. And even for what people don't know, it also leads to economic emancipation also. If you have good health, then you'll be able to go out and look for money. If you have dysentery or diarrhea or cholera and you're sick, you won't be able to make money. So there's a relationship between water, environment, and sanitation. Sanitation means when you clean yourself up, you have personally, your environment where you live or your own person, you're looking good, you clean up, you have an hygiene around yourself. Then water, you need water to do all this cleaning up.
The sanitation of individuals is very, very important. And of course water also, like I said, acts as carrier for most of these diseases. Like we have what we call the schistosomiasis, okay? The ovum, let me not use big medical terms, okay, are usually passed from the feces and urine, and it now finds its way into entering the water. So human beings will now go in that water, and somehow it gets into the skin of people or drink it. So water has schistosomiasis. So water is very important in our environment.
Global water use has been growing at more than twice the rate of population growth in the last century. Water scarcity already affects every continent and more than 40% of the people on the planet. Good environmental management is therefore critical to the success of water and sanitation programs.
Nothing without water.
Water and sanitation are focuses of the Millennium Development Goals number 7 target on environmental sustainability. They are also important components in meeting all other Millennium Development Goals.
Water, sanitation, and if you permit me, I want to add sustainable development, because these are three nexus that must go together. You know why? Because the global community has recognized, of course, the essential means of livelihood are what is water. And that's why they came up with what we call the Millennium Development Goals. And if you look at basically goal 7 in the MDGs focused on environmental sustainability. Now, what's the implication of water? Either lack of water supply or poor water supply or insufficient water supply to sanitation. Sanitation is a very major component of livelihood, because the impact is with a poor sanitation, you are likely not going to have enough water that is available to a human to use per day. You are likely never going to have water for domestic purposes. You are not going to have water for other sundry issues. And the impact of that, I mean, in this case, potable water for that matter, the impact of that is diseases that are either waterborne, water infested, and all that will become very prominent. So the nexus between water and sanitation is as significant as anything, you know, in order to promote it. And that's why It is a major target within the Millennium Development Goals. Now, talking about an environment like Lagos, where we have a looming and grooming population of about 17 million plus at this moment, and yet we do not have sufficient, adequate water supply to cope with the sanitation. I mean, don't forget about, beautification is not all about sanitation. Yeah, it's not just beautifying the cities and making it, but indoor sanitation, very critical. How many households have enough water to flush their sewage? How many households have sufficient water to carry out domestic activities, washing and all that? We don't have. How clean is the boreholes we have in Lagos, all the wells we have in Lagos, in terms of meeting the good water health criteria which have been laid down by WHO? How many? Because there's quite a lot of pollution.
One marriage that exists and needs to be put asunder is that between potable and contaminated water. Man's unsanitary condition and polluted environment surely facilitated this unhealthy union. Their offsprings are a menace to millions in Lagos State, Nigeria, and Africa. A good reflection of this are neighborhoods in Badia and AMUKOKO in the Jeremy Felodu local government area of Lagos State in the southwest of Nigeria. They mirror all others like them in the state and country.
Don't need all this pipe.
Gatherings like this are common sights in neighborhoods like AMUKOKO and Badia. This could happen when residents are faced with a challenge detrimental to their lives. On this day, one of their supposed water supply pipes was broken. The consequence, a mix of effluents and the scarce water available to them. They blame the government for laying their water supply pipes in drains.
Number one, the pipe being in the gutter is not good for woman consumption. Now, as you have seen that one now, it's leaking. Many germs can go through the water, and from there people will go out to buy water. So government should find something to do to it.
Well, how regular do you get water here?
We don't have water in our house, but people that sell water have it too. We don't have water in our yard. People that sell water have it. We went to them to buy.
So how do they get their own water?
I don't know. So, I don't know.
Looking at the pipe this way, you know it's not good. Lagos State should do something about these pipes. Most of the pipes are inside gutter. And it's not even helping us to, keep the gutters clean. You understand? So that's it.
For how long has it been like this?
Well, for many years ago.
So it's the only source of water supply?
Yeah.
But by the time it goes through the gutter to your houses, the water, does it come out clean?
Sometimes. Like this one now, you don't expect this one to be clean because it has a leakage.
Neighborhoods like this have never enjoyed consistent supply of potable water. Leaking pipes laid through polluted drains serve these people who are largely low-income earners. Sick-looking tanks are used for storage of water. The class who can afford them are the privileged, and they in turn sell to others. A bucket of water, depending on its size, is sold for between 20 and 50 naira. This notice at the entrance of the Lagos State Water Corporation clearly shows how cheap Lagosians can buy water from the authority, that is, in an ideal setting. But what is on ground is different from what the advert says.
No wells, no boreholes. A bucket of water this size goes for between 20 and 40 naira. We don't even drink the water we buy because it is not clean. The government also sells water to us and it is expensive.